is
Zaza. Oh, yeah.
Fitzy and
Sweet as.
Wippa.
Hey guys, happy Friday. It's the Fitzy and Wippa podcast. It's the end of the week.
Massive podcast hit out.
Well, it's great.
Do you call it a hit out? It is. It's a podcast hit out.
Well, I would say it's a clump of information,
yeah,
isn't
it is. All put into the one pod. Convenient pod.
That is spewed out of one's mouth.
You could look at it like that.
I feel like we regurgitate quite a bit.
No, we don't.
That's how the birds feed their young, isn't it?
Okay. We're not vomiting into the listener's mouth.
Yeah, that's what we are. We regurgitate the same stories over and over, and that's what's called a podcast.
Edit that bit out. Enjoy the podcast.
The Fitzy and Wippa podcast.
We were talking about this on Monday. Finland is the happiest country alive.
Yeah, but they don't get any sun. That's what it's just dark all the time.
Don't criticise their happiness, mate. They've found a way to work with that. They have things called lights over there.
The government are loose as well.
Yeah,
they look after people. Yeah, there's only 3-day working weeks, and
Nobody really does anything. Everyone gets to sleep in. Everybody goes home during the day.
It's Coca-Cola in the taps.
You know
they
what I
just
mean?
do anything they want.
They're really mothered over there, aren't
Yeah.
they? I'd love to live there.
You have no idea if that is correct.
That's exactly right. They're mothered in
Rubbish.
Finland. I'd love just to be given a hug by my neighbour every day. Love Susu
I love
and
the
John.
finish. Finish him.
Finish him. Here is how's this? They've done an 80-year study. My God, that would have been frustrating to start.
Wouldn't it?
Hey,
And
how
you-
long's
you
this
would-
guy going to go for, guys?
You wouldn't have seen it through.
80 years.
How many people would have died in that?
Many would have died. This is at Harvard University. They looked into the 5 secrets that make people the happiest. So this ties into Finland.
Is there like a nip of whiskey or something like that?
No,
there's always one of those.
Is
isn't
there? Are you thinking of what makes you live
No,
longer?
you know all the old people that die? Oh, this is Brenda. She's 108. Brenda, what is
What's
your
your
secret of
secret?
living so long? And it's always a nip of JD's or something like that.
But what
She'd
about-
have one a day?
What about that lady getting around viral at the moment, and she says, "Oh, I'm a little bit naughty, and I don't mind a cigarette and a drink," and she's 350.
I know. See, they're the dangerous ones because then people instantly go, "Well, yep, I'm all right on the
Yep.
darts. If she can make it to 108."
I'll get on the Gaspers. Living longer and staying happy. Tip number 1. Having friends makes you live longer.
Fair
Yeah, of
call.
course.
Yeah, so you're not the lonely person calling a radio
So,
station.
Tom, you would only have a few more years to live. Sorry, I'm
Tom,
so
seriously.
sorry. No, you have heaps of
Are
friends.
they considered Facebook friends? Are they considered real
on
friends, Tom?
internet.
Well, I keep poking them, so we'll just see what happens.
That's
Well,
an
your
old
Russian
term.
bride thinks she's very close to you
Isn't
on the
she?
internet, Tom.
Do you know what's really important so you don't forget and make sure that you harness those friendships? Write down who supports you and who has helped you throughout your life.
How come you can't remember?
Well, maybe you just forget when those little favours are done. They're encouraging you to write them down. Then you can always reflect on the support and help that exists.
Would that be? You can't say your mum and dad because that's an obvious one, isn't it?
No, some people would have parents who do nothing for them.
Yeah, fair call.
It says here that it helps you feel safe and secure, and therefore you... Oh, God, it says also here, write down everyone that you're romantically intimate with.
No, that's not a list you want to look over.
So keep a list like that.
No.
You'd have a few of the same names popping up because you hooked up with 3 brothers.
Well, that's called dating then, if the same name pops up.
Just humans or or do?
It says here,
Jeez.
don't do that with your dog. It also says here, happiness isn't a destination.
No.
So don't look at it. Don't look at life on a
right.
daily basis like, oh my God, I'm so
Get off
happy
the bus.
today.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Oh, when will I be happy? Maybe next week when I stop doing that, I might be happy.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to be happier then. Harness the moment and feel happy now. You know, I choose to be happy. The words from Sia's song.
Well, no, but it is. There are moments, though. There are moments that you can look forward to. It is a destination. Because 9:15 every Friday morning when you say, I'm off, guys, like I get this full rush of ecstasy that goes through my body.
Do you really?
I just feel amazing.
And your hormones start to run.
I know, 2 days to myself.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, you can find happiness anytime. It's common for people these days, apparently, to feel trapped and to get into the weekly and daily routine.
Yeah.
Not your sort of trapped or Tom's cupboard tricks that he does here in LA too.
Oh, they make me happy.
I know they do, but the people...
I don't know how we've done the show for 5 days this week without.
I'll tell you who wasn't happy. I'll tell you who wasn't happy, Tom, was the engineering team back in Sydney when you wandered here with the cameras still rolling at night time.
Oh, yeah, Tom.
With your meat and spud hanging out.
That was not. They were not happy back in Sydney at the office.
Oh, my God, the old Franks and Beans.
I'm so sorry about
Well
that.
done. So I might write them down
Jot them down.
at another time.
Let me out of here.
Ever felt like a holiday after your holiday?
Plan your next getaway on the What If app and access mobile exclusive deals.
Plus, select hotels are fully refundable, just in case your plans change.
Booking cancellation windows apply. What If? It's Aussie for travel.
Here's a question for you. What is your selection when you go into a public toilet when you have to go to a cubicle? What are you looking for?
Oh,
what do
my
you
God.
do?
Besides the obvious?
Do you have? Is there a routine that you use? Is it the first one, or do you go to the end one?
Well, I quite like an end one. I feel like I'm more alone and isolated in a corner booth.
Right.
See, knowing that people think that, I don't go for I don't go for one of the two middle ones. If there's four, you go either side. So the very first one, no one ever takes the one first on the door.
Well, let's see. I also look for the most hygiene.
Of course,
Yeah, of course.
So you're also just checking just to see if someone's left a couple of, I don't know, skid marks or whatever,
And
burnouts. But it's
The other thing is, too, if I'm in a corner one, then I can only have one person next to me doing the same thing.
yes.
So I don't want two.
And if there's toilet paper on the floor, it means someone's been a bit nasty.
Well, Jennifer Cullison, she's a young lady who worked as a janitor for 2 years, so she cleaned these toilets, and also she's an anthropology PhD student studying human behaviour.
Right.
So, okay, she's given us the best toilet that you need to go to when you go to public toilets. This is her advice.
So the biggest thing is to go to the farthest stall from the door to the bathroom, because people usually go into the first couple of stalls and they don't go farther in, and so the ones in the back, especially in big bathrooms, never get used. Also, if there's stalls on either side, you're going to want to go the left because most people go right. And finally, if you have the choice, avoid handicap stalls. Kids love novelty, and so they will go right into those handicap stalls, and kids are gross.
Kids are gross.
Kids are gross. She
Do you know
sounds
the other
lovely.
thing I always think about when I leave, like a public toilet, or if I have to open a door, I'll use my pinky.
Do you ring 000?
No,
just to
no, it's
say
not a
that there's the
disaster zone.
crimes?
No, it's not a crime scene. I will use my pinky and place it in what I think is the least used part of the door handle to open it. But then I think everybody's probably just doing that with their pinky in the same spot.
Or
Yeah.
you grab a hand towel
Yes,
or toilet
I
paper
do that.
and you do it and then throw it as the doors open, throw it to the bin at the side and run out. Or you wait, if you ever wait for someone else to come in or go out.
I like to lick the door handle.
Lick
I
it?
don't really care. God, I've always been like that.
I remember driving in Brighton Le Sands one time, and I was going somewhere down to the Shire, and
And you were
was
terrified.
running late, but busting for the toilet. Something
Yeah.
had not sat well with me at all. So I got out of my car and I ran into the public toilets. And then I'm there and I'm dying.
Cool story.
I'm dying, and then I can hear like a mothers group meeting. And I'm
In the toilet?
Yeah. Why are all these mothers gathering in the toilet? I'd run into the ladies. So then I had to come out of the toilet and walk past all of them.
Probably didn't need that last bit, but
All of them when I had created a crime. It
Were
was
you
just-
lactating as well?
and you were like, good to see you, girls. What boob are you doing today?
Oh, I was going to make a giving birth joke, but no, Sarah.
Oh,
no, I
gross.
wasn't lactating. Thank you.
The Fitzy and Wippa podcast.
Hey, Twitter, if you're on Twitter at the moment, this is an interesting one. I've been getting, you know how Elon Musk come in and said that if you want the blue tick,
Yep.
you got to pay $8 a month.
That's right.
Remember? And I thought, well, I'm not going to pay $8 a month to use Twitter, right? And I've got a verification already. So I received my first email. Do not lose your verified status. Don't lose it. We've updated our verification policy and you could be affected. Please read the rules and make any necessary changes by January the 1st. Okay, so that was a while ago. And I thought, I'm not going to do it. I'm more than happy. I don't need a blue tick. That's fine. People follow me for who I am. Then, January 1st rolls around, I said, I've lost it. No, I've still got my blue tick.
Okay.
And then on January 5th, I get the same email saying that you need to do this, read the rules and make any necessary changes by January the 7th.
Oh, it's blowing out a bit.
Yeah, so I've gone, okay, all right, well, I'll let that go. They've given me another warning. January 7th rolls around. Then I get another one on January 9th saying that you need to do this by January the 11th.
Oh.
I've had 8 emails saying you need to keep... You got to update your policy.
Blown out to 2025.
Or else you're going to lose your blue tick.
Starting to feel like it's not that serious, really, Elon.
You have your profile and you got a little photo there on your Twitter account. Why can't you just have the little tick in your photo? So when you upload your photo, it's just your face with a little blue tick there.
That's a really good idea.
Thanks, mate. That'll cost you $8 a month.
The Fitzy and Wippa podcast.
Hey, guys, this is an interesting one. The human turd is still kicking around. Donald Trump. I don't think he's going to get control of the Republican Party again over there. I think they'll go with somebody else, but he's still trying. He wants to have another crack at it.
I mean, he's still swinging. You know what's interesting? We're here in the hotel right on Hollywood Boulevard, and the Walk of Fame is just outside. The stars with all the names on them. Donald Trump's star is just out there, and as I was standing next to it the other day, I heard 2 people walk past and go, "Oh my God, spit on it."
Yeah, I know.
Just spit on it. Oh my gosh.
He's not very well liked, that star, that's for sure. Now, one of the reasons he got in the last time, and this was quite a while ago when he became president of the United States, was, remember, he was going to build the wall to keep the Mexicans out.
Well, he had built part of it, hadn't he?
Started building it, but that's stopped now.
Yeah.
He's taken it to another level.
What's happening now?
I mean, what more can you do than build a wall? Have a listen to this.
World War III would be a catastrophe unlike any other. This would make World War I and World War II like very small battles. The best way to ensure that such a conflict never happens is to be prepared with unmatched technology and unrivaled strength. To this end, when I'm Commander-in-Chief, to build a state-of-the-art next-generation missile defense shield, America must have an impenetrable dome to protect our people.
What?
He's building a dome over America so no one can bomb it.
Oh my God.
He's watched The Simpsons too many times. That's what they do in the movie.
Just for a couple of big sticks and some Glad wrap.
Oh
He's going to build a force field.
Wow.
It's not a bad idea.
So the missiles will just bounce off the top.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to stand under the dome and look up and go, "Hey guys, have a look at this."
Yeah.
Boing,
Everyone's
boing,
behind
boing.
it. He'll get back in, Donald.
The Fitzy and Wippa podcast.
Whatever you want to talk about this morning, 13 24 10. Don't be shy. James in Thornley. What do you want to chat about, Jimmy?
Yeah, hey guys, how you going?
Good. Welcome
Good,
to
Jim.
Friday, buddy. What's going on?
Oh, mate, just enjoying the sun outside, really. Nice good weather, isn't it?
James, where are you from originally?
Originally near Manchester in England.
Oh,
My
now,
favourite.
Now, there's a lack of sun in Manchester, isn't there, James?
Well, yeah, that's why I'm here.
Got out of there.
James, I want to ask you, your favourite Manchester band of all time?
Oh, it's a close. It's got to be Oasis. If they ever got back together, that'd be wow. I'd be
Well
there. I'd be
said,
back
Jim.
That's the only time I'd go back to England for Oasis.
Does it kill you, mate, that those two brothers, we know that they could do a world tour, but they fight so much and rev each other up so much that it doesn't look like they are going to get back together?
It's only like Fitzy and Wippa, isn't it, you two? So they love each other, really.
Yeah, we're thinking about a world tour. James, what else did you want to talk about, buddy?
Oh, mate, I've just been thinking about what would you rather? Would you rather lose your sense of smell or your taste buds? It's just been pecking my head a little bit, thinking, what would you...
Isn't it the same? Isn't it the same, James? If you can't smell, you can't taste?
Oh, I don't know. You tell me.
A mate of mine, he can't taste anything.
Can't he?
No, he's got a sinus issue.
Yeah.
But every now and then...
He's had a crack, has he?
He piles salt.
what?
He piles salt onto his meal so he can get some kind of flavour. And it does his head in. But this was the issue with Michael Hutchins, remember?
Yeah, after that accident.
Yeah, he hit his head on the ground and he couldn't taste or smell. But I think what happens in your brain is because you've tasted things before, when you have a glass of red, you can associate with that flavour.
Oh, but it's
But it
not
would
the same.
no, it's not.
Having a good glass of red versus a crummy
I
one.
would prefer not to smell.
Yeah.
I'd be the same. You need
Yeah.
your taste buds, don't you?
I want to be able to taste. For sure, James.
God, if you lost your taste buds...
Think how many lobsters would have survived in this area.
You could pass wind and think you're safe the entire time if you
And
couldn't
the
smell.
lobster industry is back.
James, thanks for your call, buddy. Ange, what do you want to talk about, Ange?
Oh, good morning, guys. How are you?
Hi, Ange. Lovely to have you on. Happy weekend, love.
Oh, yeah, you too, guys. Look, I just have a quick question for you while you're over there. You guys are getting in the lobby and you see your hall pass. What are you going to do? Are you going to take the shot?
You see your hall pass. So, Sarah, yours would either be Curtis. We're going Curtis Stone's on the show this morning.
We've got an issue, Ange, because Sarah's hall pass is Curtis Stone, and Curtis Stone will be on the show.
No,
what are you going to do, Says?
I'm not Curtis's hall pass, so I suspect there's not an issue. If he was single...
You don't know that.
I mean, look, I've spent the week with Tommy trying to chase down different celebrities that would be our hall passes. I say our because I think Tommy would have gone there too with some of those
100%.
characters.
Mine, believe it or not, was the girl at table 3 last night at the restaurant, but I didn't want to act on it.
Which was table 3?
I'm joking, Sarah.
Actually, Sarah, because we're going to Curtis Stone's restaurant tonight. What you could do a line when dessert comes up that you go, well, I'll have the tiramisu, but Curtis,
with a side of you.
Yeah, well, Curtis, would you like this for dessert? And just, I don't know, you could just.
Yeah, I
and
think
that'll be the last time he comes on the show. Well done, guys.
What if we set it up, Tommy, where we're at the restaurant, beautiful restaurant, Maud.
Gwen,
that's his other restaurant. We've been to Maud, we're going to Gwen. And...
Always coming back for a Maud.
And we set up so there's just our table of team here, right?
Yeah.
And then there's a table for 2 in the corner. And it's just Sarah and the Kurt.
And Lionel Richie playing in the background.
I'd love to meet Lionel. Bring Lionel.
Is Lionel your hall pass?
No, but I mean, geez, it would be tough in the moment.
Do you remember when Kamal asked you out on Valentine's Day?
He and his wife were going to take me out because I was divorced and sad. Very different.
And who is your hall pass?
Oh, I'm going to be honest with you. It would have to be Liam Hemsworth.
He's here too.
He's here at the moment as well. We could maybe set that up, Ange.
Well,
No,
if
he's
I
with
was
his
at the
girlfriend.
restaurant and he was there, I'd be like, I'll have a side of that.
Well, do you know what? Yeah, you can have a side of that. You can have a side of pizza as well, because I'm going to give you $250 to spend at Crust. Ange, that's all yours.
Oh my gosh, thank you guys so much.
No worries.
That's all right, Ange.
Crust's classic range has you covered with flavour pack pizzas served fresh from $15. Order Crust tonight at crust.com.au.
You're listening to the Fitzy and Wippa podcast.
Let's get into Last Man Standing.
Hell yes.
2 people enter. Only one leaves.
Will you make a choice?
There's 60 seconds
60 seconds starts
on the clock.
now.
It's time to play.
Oh my God!
Last
Yeah, Ripper!
Standing.
Anyway, shall we?
Looking for something special this Valentine's Day? Book a memorable experience on urbanswan.com.
All right, this is exciting, guys. Urban Swan, because Valentine's Day is not that far away. You can win a $500 experience, the ultimate experience at Urban Swan, and treat your loved one.
I love to experience things.
I love to treat loved ones too.
Yeah.
I love love, you know that. Bianca's on the Central Coast. How are you, Bianca?
Very well, thanks.
Bianca, I take my hat off to you. You got 3 of your kids back to school this week. Well done.
Thank you.
Outstanding work, I bet. Ryan and Maroubra, welcome, buddy.
Hey guys, how are we?
Yeah, we're good, mate. Good luck today. 60 seconds worth of questions on the clock.
Okay, Bianca, you're going first. If you get one wrong, power goes over to Ryan. Whoever has the power at the end of 60 seconds, $500 to spend on a loved one for Valentine's Day, thanks to Urban Swan. Bianca, your 60 seconds starts now. What breed of dogs did the Queen own?
Corky.
Correct. Who is the host of Australian Survivor?
Pass.
It's Jonathan LaPaglia. Over to Ryan. Ryan, Pamela Anderson was married to which Motley Crue band member?
Oh, pass.
It's Tommy Lee. Back to Bianca. Bianca, which planet is the closest to Earth? Venus or Mars?
Venus.
Yes, correct. What band was Justin Timberlake a part of before his solo career?
Pass.
It was NSYNC. Back to Ryan. Ryan, Dr. Chris Brown will be leaving Channel 10 for which TV network?
Channel 7.
That is correct. How many weeks are there in a year, Ryan?
There's 52.
Correct. E.T. Phone Home is the line from what famous movie?
E.T.?
Yes. What type of sport is played at the MCG on Boxing Day?
It's cricket.
Ryan, you've got it. Congratulations. Ryan, well done, brother. Well done. Bianca, thank you for playing, Ryan. You've won $500 to spend at Urban Swan for Valentine's Day, mate.
Awesome. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
No, you are.
Good on you, mate. Looking for something special this Valentine's Day? Book a memorable experience at urbanswan.com.
The Fitzy and Wippa podcast.
Lights, camera, clarity.
Ooh.
The top trending stories in entertainment. Hit me with some Jessica Simpson music, Macca, because it's not often that she makes this segment.
I don't think anybody's ever said, hit me with some Jessica Simpson music.
I was a bit of a fan back in the day. She
What was
had a
the
real
one?
moment.
Was it the Dukes of Hazzard one where
Yes.
she washed the car in the film
Yes,
clip?
yeah, you would remember that, wouldn't you?
Then there was her Ashley Simpson, her sister.
Oh, yes, Saturday
who
Night Live.
was caught miming.
Oh, she wouldn't be the first or the last.
When the backing track cut out.
Yeah,
That was
poor
really
thing.
embarrassing for her,
Well,
wasn't it?
Jessica Simpson's made headlines around the world. So she has penned an essay for Amazon, and it's titled Movie Star. ... They always say they're single. So basically, she has outlined a secret romance with a man she describes as a massive movie star. So you can imagine the internet's gone crazy. People trying to figure out who this would be. So she was with Nick Lachey. They were on a break. She saw this megastar at the MTV VMAs.
Yeah.
He sort of looked her up and down, undressed me with his eyes. The flirting didn't go any further than that. She got back with Lachey. They got married, did their thing. Cut to when they're getting divorced in 2006.
Yeah.
She sees this movie star, and he is all over her, basically. He's sneaking her in and out of hotels, the whole bit. Jess says that she then saw a picture of him with a girlfriend and said, no, I know you're still with this girl, who obviously also has a profile. And this guy was like, no, we're splitting up. This is just a slow death, the whole bit. Anyway, everyone's gone crazy.
Brad Pitt.
Most people are saying, well, he is on the list of contenders.
No,
the thing
too
is,
old.
well, she said that whoever it is was a bona fide movie star who was about to work on a movie with a director who even the laziest of movie fans would know. So we're talking high level.
Spielberg.
Well, who knows? But Brad at the time, because there's a lot of investigating, he was already with Ange and they were adopting children
Okay, so
and
he's
having
out.
babies. So we're going to say he's out.
But he was in
What
a
about-
relationship, the guy.
It could be someone like Josh Harnett, who was big at the time, or something
Maybe.
like that.
Johnny Knoxville, we know she already
big enough.
admitted.
Nah.
Well, no, she admitted to having an emotional affair with him on the Dukes of Hazzard
Yep.
set, so he's out. Orlando Bloom has been thrown into the mix.
Not
But
big enough.
The
Not
big
big
one,
enough.
though, Leo, who was with
Yes.
Bar Raffaele.
Raphael.
Is that his
Yes.
name? The model at the time. So big enough that she'd been given a profile, but not so big. He works with only the biggest names.
Yeah.
Anyway, the internet's decided at this stage he is the hot favourite for it.
What about the guy we did an interview with, Fitz, where it kept getting pushed back? It was late at night and we'd had a few drinks.
Oh, no, Tom Hardy.
Tom Hardy.
No.
Oh, he wasn't
he's
known
in
in
England.
2006.
He's in London,
Just a
mate.
thought, guys. We don't know, so I could be right.
Well, let's hope she confirms it, though. I think she won't.
Wow.
Anyway, yeah. Guys, Adele has broken down in tears during one of her Vegas shows. This is sort of sweet. She was walking through the crowd and, everyone's obviously filming her, but one gentleman was holding up his phone with a picture of his wife on it.
When I walk through the crowd, I wish you could see what I can see, because I know I talk to a few people every night, but then I just see little stories of people happening, and there was a man, he's just there, can you see him holding his phone up? I think that's his wife on his phone, and I don't think she's here, and it just really moved me, and it looks like you're really on your own, and I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry for you guys, and I'm so sorry I didn't realise what you were showing me until I was already over there.
Oh.
She's emotionally sensitive.
Do you think maybe she's tiring and getting a little bit
No,
fresh?
I would say there's been enough going on in her world that when she finds something that moves her like that, it just opens the floodgates a bit.
Yeah,
We've all
possibly.
been there, Says.
Yeah, I think
All
it's
been
really
there.
beautiful. As she said, she does love to interact with the fans. And her music is so emotional, so it makes sense.
He could have been saying, can you help me hook up with this chick? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, can
I
you just
love
leave
you,
a message?
Fitz.
Lee, can you just leave a message
Yeah.
for Adele? No, she's not dead. Tell the security she's not dead.
Or maybe it's his wife who he didn't want to pay
Yeah.
$3,000 for her to have a ticket, so she's just FaceTimed in, and Adele's done a bit of a...
Adele's broken down over it.
Very, very sweet. Finally, guys, Jennifer Lopez has revealed, this is fun, exactly how that elopement with Ben Affleck to Las Vegas came about, because obviously they were planning a big wedding. So why did they nick off to Vegas at the last minute? Have a listen.
I just felt like the wedding was so stressful, and one day Ben just says, okay, let's just go to Vegas and get married tonight. And I was like...
It was that day. Oh, it was like that day.
That
Wow.
day. We had a big meeting, and it was like, no, it's not. We can't get married in Savannah. They were like, you really shouldn't do it there. Maybe we should go to Italy. You don't want to do it in the States. I was like, no, I want to. That's where I want to do it.
Yeah.
And it just was like, we hung up the phone, and I was just like, I cannot go. I have rehearsal today for my show. And he was like, go to rehearsal. When you get back here, I'm going to have everything all set up.
Wow.
3 of our kids were at camp. 2 of them were with us. And he's like, they're going to be our witnesses. Let's go. We're doing it tonight. And we did.
It seems like it was the right decision.
Do you know what, Macca, can I have a drum roll? Big announcement, Ben Affleck. Sarah showed me a photo of him smiling.
Do you know that photo? Not only was that photo interesting because he was really smiling, but he's chatting to his ex-wife's boyfriend. So that he and Jennifer Garner were at the house, and her boyfriend is there, and that's who he's talking with, and he's laughing and smiling.
He can actually smile.
Absolutely, he can.
Well done,
Very
says.
cute.
The Fitzy and Wippa podcast.
It's time for Riddle Time.
Are you yawning?
Sorry.
Are you yawning?
I'm so sorry.
What are you talking about, mate?
I do this time every week.
Riddle Time is back. We're celebrating it in 2023, and we love a riddle. Here in the room, guys, I invite everybody to be part of Riddle Time. I think this could be the first Riddle Time brought to you from LA, live.
Sponsored by LA, is it?
California. Thanks to Stan. All right, here we go, guys. First riddle. What has armour but is not a knight, snaps but is not a twig, and is always at home, even on the move?
Snail. Turtle.
Turtle, spot on. I knew you'd get this because you love... Fitzy loves a snapping turtle.
Actually, talking
Not
about
right.
that, I just got to quickly...
Sit still.
Tom's already
I'm
in
just
there.
getting some blueberries. They're
Okay,
beautiful.
sure. I wasn't sure where you were going. So the armour was obviously, of course, the shell on its back, and then it's snapping turtle. And then
Well,
always...
they're known to bite.
Yes, some of them. Well, the snapping turtle is like a breed of turtle.
That bites.
Yeah, not all of them bite.
Sure.
Okay, what about this one as we move on to riddle number 2, because the mood in the studio here is electric.
It's tense.
All right, Fitzy, are you still awake? Okay.
Just eating blueberries.
A woman is sitting in her room at night. She has no lights on, no candle.
Oh, no. Tom's outside?
You got me again.
Snapping a turtle tail off.
Really?
Here we go. A woman is sitting in her room at night. She has no lights on, no candle, no lamp, no light at all, yet she is still reading. How is that possible?
She's got night vision goggles on.
Nah.
She's sitting in the room at night, she said,
Yeah.
but no lights on. And
So it's
she's
during
still
the
reading.
day.
No,
She is sitting in her room at night. She has no lights on, no candle, no lamp, no light at all, and yet she is still reading. How is that possible?
You can still read without seeing the words.
She's blind, and she's...
Braille.
Braille.
Braille is correct, Ryan James.
Just a little bit.
2 from 2, Ryan James Fitzgerald's, ladies and gentlemen. He's on fire. Here we go with the third one. What 5-letter word becomes shorter when you add 2 letters to it?
Short.
Ryan James, there it is. 3 from 3. He's not here to stuff around.
I'm just a riddle whiz when I'm in LA.
If you were playing along, I'll just give you that again. What 5-letter word becomes shorter when you add 2 letters? The E and the R to short equals shorter.
That's why I said the answer.
Yeah,
We
but I'm
got it.
If people didn't get it, I have now given you the explanation. So thank you for the opportunity to share.
God, can we do more LA
riddles?
LA riddles?
Sure.
Tommy, come
What
back.
do you
No,
think-
no. Back again.
Okay.
Back at it again.
Is the call for another riddle, Tom?
No.
Yeah, let's do one
No,
more.
Tom,
here we go.
let's wind it up.
He's happy with 3 from 3.
One more.
One more.
But it has to be delivered in an American accent.
Oh, thank you so much.
What a twist.
Here we go.
What 2 things can you never eat for breakfast? What 2 things can you never eat for breakfast?
Lunch and dinner.
Yep. Have you read this sheet? Have you read the sheet?
No, I didn't. That's an old one. You've done that one before.
You have never got all the riddles before, Fitzy.
I've never. No.
That's
Today,
incredible.
And I didn't see the sheet.
4 from 4. Congratulations, mate. You can have a rest.
I want to get to the airport to get home.
The Fitzy and Wippa Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.